everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I am a part-time reseller on POSHMARK, and today I'm going to talk about how to really make sure that you don't get affected by the summer slowdown on POSHMARK. This is something that I feel like a lot of sellers experience every single summer, and it really slows down their sales for the summer months. I have come up with a few things that are going to help you, avoid the summer slowdown and really make sure that you're making those sales. And so this is a really important video, and I hope that you watch it and learn something from this. And these are already things that I've started to implement, and I've really seen that they are helping me make more sales over the course of just this month alone. And I'm going to take them into the summer months as well. And I think it's going to, provide us some success. Okay, so I know I talk about how it's so important to be listing new inventory on Poshmark, but something that I don't talk about often, and I think it's especially good to do this time of year when things are typically slower, is to up the number of listings that you are listing each day. So if you can, do more than you were doing before, but make sure that you're doing it consistently. So don't just do 20 in one day and then none the rest of the week. Do as many as you can in a day, and I've been saying all year I've been doing 10 relists and 10 lists each day, but I might up that to 15 if I can, or maybe even 20. I think that's going to really help me get more sales in the summer, and I think, the more inventory you're adding, the more likely you are to make more sales, just because there's more fresh things for people to see. So I recommend upping the number of listings that you are adding to your closet, and maybe make sure that you're relisting that old sale inventory. You'd be surprised how many pieces of sale inventory are in your closet that are just not selling because they're stale. So make sure you get those things listed and list new items, and that should really help you make some more sales in the summer months. The next thing, and this is another important thing, is to make sure that you're listing things that people are looking for in the summer months. So summer accessories, summer outfits, and just things that people want for the summer. Because at the end of the day, that's what people are looking for on the platform, and if they're searching, during the summer, they're probably wanting to buy summer items. Now, I always mention that it's important to list things all year round, and so I do. I list sweaters in the summer, I list Christmas items in the summer, but I also think making sure that you're at least listing a couple summer items each day, I think that will really help, because I think there's still going to be a market during the summer months, especially the earlier summer months. So make sure that you're listing things that people are wanting, make sure you pay attention to those things that are trending, and make sure that you're picking up things that you can sell. The next tip I'm going to talk about is make sure that your pricing is fair. Now, this is one of those things where a lot of people don't think about it because they, just kind of slap on a price and they just hope that it is a good price. But now more than ever, it is important to make sure that your pricing is right, because you're not going to get those people that are just going to make those impulse buys like they would another time of year in the summer. So it's really important to make sure that your prices are right so that they will, want to buy more, and you might not have to send out as many offers this way. So maybe take a look at some of your listings that have been sitting for a long time. Maybe lower the prices a bit. If you lower the prices during a closet clear out window, that actually is really beneficial as well. But again, make sure that your prices are fair. I actually recently went through my closet and started to lower prices of items that have been sitting for a long period of time, hoping that maybe that will get them to sell faster. But make sure that you are charging a fair price. If you don't know what to charge people, then definitely look up comps, and you could look up very easily what is selling for that specific brand. But make sure that your pricing is fair, and that will help you have more sales. The next tip I'm going to talk about is making sure that you're sharing your inventory. I can't stress enough how important it is. I've talked about in a couple prior videos about how when you share your items, it brings it to the top of that relevant search feed. So it's so important to be sharing, because that's going to keep maximizing the search result, and it's going to make sure that more and more people see it as the day goes on. And I find that the days that I'm most active, the days that I'm sharing the most, are the days that I make the most sales. And so, especially in the summer, it is so important to not slow down the sharing, to make sure that you're sharing at that rapid pace, make sure you're sharing throughout the day, and really get that full amount of shares in, and that's going to help you bring in more sales. The next tip I'm going to talk about is making sure that you're sending out those offers and accepting those offers. Do not decline offers, because you don't need the algorithm not working in your favor even more. So if you get a really bad offer that you can't accept, you can always counter, but really focus on accepting offers and making offers. You'd be surprised how many people want to accept an offer that you make, and especially now with this, no discount required through the make an offer button, you can send out a bunch of offers to everyone in your closet for a discounted rate, but not have to lose on that shipping cost. And I've been doing that, and I've been getting a lot of people accepting my offers recently. Like, most of the offers that I've been sending are without that shipping discount, and I'm making the sales on them. So keep sending out those offers and somebody is going to accept your offer. And the final tip, now this might be the most important tip because I know the summer slowdown is always a very challenging period for a lot of resellers, but it's so important to not get discouraged and to not give up. Even if the sales are really slow and even if you see, your sales taper off a bit, don't give up, don't get discouraged, don't stop doing what you're doing because it's so important to keep doing what you're doing ahead of time. So, keep listing, keep sharing, keep sending offers. And if sales get slow, don't stop that. And I know that it's easier said than done. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, if it's slow, I'm not going to put in the effort. But that is the most important time to beat the algorithm and really, really work for it. So don't slow down what you're normally doing. Keep pushing through and you will see the results come in by you, pushing yourself forward. And again, I've said this in a prior video, but I think it's so important to stress that, sales come in batches. So if you push for a sale to come in and then another one comes in and then another one comes in, they're going to keep coming in because they come in batches. So once you get that momentum going, you'll continue to get it. And so it's important to, work to get that momentum going, and you will see the results in your sales. And I know for me last summer, I felt a little discouraged because it was slow, and the summer before that. And so I'm really hoping this summer I can beat that. And so far it's looking up. I'm actually thinking May is going to be one of my better months this year, which is kind of shocking because we had a really, really slow start. So I'm hoping that this continues into the summer months in June and July and even August, but it's hard to tell. And so I'm just doing everything I possibly can to make sure that the summer slowdown doesn't affect my closet. I'm really going to make sure I'm listing more, and I'm really going to make sure I'm sharing as often as I can and making sure that there's no room for the summer slowdown to affect my closet. And I think if you do the same, you will also be in really good shape for the summer. So hopefully this video helps you get some tips of things that you can do to really maximize your sales in the summer months. Typically, they are slower for a lot of sellers, and so hopefully they won't be for you this year. Let me know down below if you've experienced the summer slowdown in the prior years, or maybe you're a new seller and you've never experienced it before. But I would love to know down below if what your summers typically look like, if you typically have, a good amount of sales, or if it's slower for you, or, if it's your best time of year. I'm just really curious because I know for me it's typically slow, and so let me know down below in the comments. And also, if you're new to selling and you just started recently, make sure you follow these tips because you don't want that summer slowdown to affect you, especially in your early months of selling, because you need as much of an advantage as you can when you are a new seller because it's hard to get established. If you want to see a video on promoted closets versus having a VA, which one I think is better, which one I think is, the best move, you could click right here to see that video. And if you want to see another video on brands that have been selling for me recently that I've picked up and that they've sold for, a good price that I flipped, that I got for $1 a day, you could click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.